Hey y'all, it's Lauren Grace. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about something that's a little controversial, a little bit taboo. Hopefully after watching this you know a little bit more about it so you can make your own opinions then. We are going to be talking about injections. Lip fillers, face fillers, Botox, and Dysport. So as many of you know, I work at the Untitled Center for plastic surgery and I had the opportunity to get injections, and I just wanted to share my experience with you. It is something that there's a lot of taboo around, a lot of hush hush, and I want to change your opinion about that. I'm going to take you along as I'm a patient and you can see what it's like for me. I will warn you that there is blood and needles in this video, so if you do not like that, be sure to fast forward that part of the video. Basically, I just wanted to come on here and share my experience with injections, let you know a little bit more about them, and then you can decide for yourself if they're worth all the hype. I feel like there's something that are getting a little bit more recognition with the Kylie Jenner lip phase right now. So you can see me get injected in the lips, also the nasolabial folds with filler. I also do Botox or Dysport in my forehead and in my crow's feet as well as my glabella, so you'll see that as well. Of course, we would love for you to come get your injections with us at the Untitled Center, but if you choose to go somewhere else, just make sure you really know your homework on that place. Make sure that they're a clean facility, that they're using a antiseptic scrub on your face before they're injecting you with filler. Make sure that you see before or after pictures or reviews on their website so that you know these people know what they're doing. You want to make sure this is a clean facility and that you are being safe about where you're going. I do recommend, if you are going to get injections, to go in with no makeup on. You can see in the video that I had finished working that day, and so I did have makeup on, but Mina, my injector, used chlorhexidine, which is a great antiseptic scrub, to help wash all that off of me. It also gets all the germs, all the bacteria off of my face. This is very important whenever you're getting injected. You want to make sure that you are going to be cleansed with something that can kill all that bacteria on your face before you are injected, because it is still an open puncture wound to the area of your face. Mina has been an injector for 12 years and she really knows her stuff. She's been to many conferences on the topic and she does so many patients daily that I feel very comfortable with her injecting my face. So just make sure that you really do your homework on who's going to be injecting you before you do get injected. One of the questions I get all the time is, LG, why do you get injections? You're only 27 years old. And I'll tell you, there's a couple of reasons. The first reason is for prevention. Botox and Dysport help prevent my wrinkles from forming. This also helps me be able to use less product in the upcoming years because I'm preventing the wrinkles from forming in the first place or from becoming more deep set than they already are. The reason I get filler is because I just honestly like the way that it looks cosmetically. I love the way that my makeup applies after I get injections. I love the way that my lips look after I get injections. So just know that, you know, to each their own. Don't knock it till you try it. I told myself I was never going to inject my lips because I do have pretty full lips to begin with, and I tried it. Now I love it. So it's just one of those things that, you know, it's not permanent. Filler lasts about 6 to 8 months. Botox lasts about 3 to 4 months. So I get injected with filler about twice a year, and Botox I usually do twice a year too, just because I don't have that many wrinkles yet. The filler does take effect almost immediately. Now you will have some swelling, so keep that in mind, that the swelling will go down a little bit. So you'll see your result in about 3 days or so with filler, depending on how long you stay swollen. And then with the Botox and Dysport, that usually takes about 3 to 5 days to set it. Something else you want to keep in mind when you get injected is that there's a good possibility, if you're going to be injected with filler, that you will bruise and that you will swell. So you might want to do it on a Friday, or, you know, maybe before you're about to have a break from work. If you don't want people to see the bruises, you will be able to see some of my bruises in the videos that I'm going to show you, but it is something to keep in the back of your mind. I will tell you to avoid NSAIDs and aspirin-like products as well as alcohol 4 to 5 days before and after the fillers and Botox or Dysport, so that it prevents your risk of bleeding and bruising to be very minimal. Some people ask, you know, is it painful? Does it hurt? And in my opinion, it really doesn't. The Dysport and Botox you don't even need numbing for. We do have a numbing cream that we put on our patients that I used for 30 minutes before I did get injected with filler, and I just put it right here on this area and then of course on my lips before getting injected, and that sits for, again, the 30 minutes, and then when I'm injected I actually barely even feel it. It just feels like a little bit of a pinch and is really not painful at all. So they're not painful, especially if you use the numbing cream, and you only feel a pinch for just a second and then that pain goes away. we're going to get into some of the clips that you can see where exactly I'm getting injected and what products that I do use. I do have before after pictures that I'm showing you guys. I'm going to take you through kind of the week-long process of, you know, the day after and then up to 7 days after, so you kind of know what to expect if you do get injections done. So this is where Mina is going to be injecting Dysport into my forehead. As you can see, she's thoroughly cleaning my forehead in all the areas that she's going to inject. Then she's asking me to scowl so she sees where the placement of the Dysport needs to go. And she just begins injecting and doing her thing. This part really is not painful at all. The needle is so small that you barely even feel it going in. But she's doing my forehead. She just did my glabella there. And she'll also do the frown lines as well as the crow's feet that are the wrinkles around my eyes as well. You can see while she's injecting that she continually cleans my forehead with the Hippoclene scrub. That's very important to make sure that you have a very clean injection site. Now she's going to be moving on to my crow's feet. She's going to ask me to smile there, and she's cleaning again to ensure that it's a clean area that she's injecting. Now moving on to filler. We didn't get the footage, but she had just injected my philtral columns. This is very important if you don't want that duck-like appearance when getting your lips done. It helps give that 3D and natural effect to your lips. It's the columns right underneath your nose there. So that helps you have an overall natural appearance when it comes to using filler. And now you can see she's just injecting my lips. She does a little bit in the upper and a little bit in the bottom. And she takes the time to kind of look in between each injection to make sure that it's an even result. Now she's using the Restylane to inject my nasolabial folds and marionette lines. This just really helps the overall look of that area of the face appear more plump and youthful, and I really liked how it turned out in the end. I was very pleased with all of the filler that she did. Okay, so it's night 1 of the same day that I got the injections. I just washed my face so it's a little bit red, but I just wanted to show you guys that I do have a little bit of bruising here, right here, and obviously on my lips, but that is to be expected with injections. You can't see a whole lot of change yet. That usually takes a couple of days to set in, but the swelling really isn't that bad around my lips and my columns at all. And then my nasolabial folds look pretty perfect. I mean, you can't even tell that they were injected as far as bruising goes. So this is night 1. Okay, so this is me showing that the bruising can easily be covered with makeup on day 2. And then on day 3, I actually show you what the bruising looks like. Moving into day 4, the bruising starting to dissipate and the Dysport has taken effect, as you can see around my forehead and my crow's feet there. It's set in. Here we have the before and after pictures of my forehead and of my lips and nasolabial folds. I hope I was able to answer any questions that you have about injections. Of course, if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box below or to message me on Facebook. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Make your own decisions when it comes to what makes you happy cosmetically. This isn't something that I'm telling you have to do. I don't think you should have to run out and get injections. But if it is something that you're interested in, now you know a little bit more about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video very soon. Ask me if I'm mad. Ask me if I'm surprised. Doesn't move. Ooh, I cracked myself up.